Namaste guys, Smita teacher is back on our channel The Loving Lab. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, shares and subscribes. They mean a lot to me. Today we begin with our session of question answers. The first question which has been posed here is by Madhura, and I must say Madhura, it's $1 million question. This question has been coming to me since ages, and I'm sure it would be pestering the minds of so many young parents out there. The question is about which educational board to put the child in. Madhura, there is more to your question. The second part of the question is about the number of textbooks that your child uses and the assignments that she does, and that she does not get much time to do other things, and all that will be touched upon in the next episode. Here I'll touch upon the first part of your question, which is which educational board to put the child in, as it is more of a generic kind of a question. So guys, to begin understanding and before you make any decision, we all need to understand the way in which the curriculum is decided and designed by the various boards. Here we shall consider the three major boards of our country: the State Board, the CBSE and the CISCE, which is popularly recognized as the ICSE board. The very whole designing of the curriculum has a particular base of the National Policy of Education. The National Policy of Education is prepared by the Central Government of India. After that, the NCERT, that is the National Council of Educational Research and Training, after which the NCERT, that is the National Council of Educational Research and Training, prepares the National Curriculum Framework, and this National Curriculum Framework is essentially used by all the three boards to prepare their respective curriculum. Now, if the base is the same for all the three boards, then what are the differences? Yes, there are a few differences which are as follows. We first see the technical differences. For example, let us take up the curriculum for the social sciences for the three different boards. We begin with the State Board. In the State Board, there is a basic introduction to the general concepts, and then there's more extensive information of the district and the state in which the school is situated. Whereas in CBSE and ICSE, both being central boards, they touch upon the basic concepts of social sciences, then move on to the national and to the international social sciences. So obviously the scope in the CBSE and ICSE curriculum for social sciences is much more extensive as compared to the State Board. Moving on to the languages, here we shall consider the English medium schools only. English being the major language in English medium schools, the CISCE definitely offers a much more higher and a difficult level of English. CBSE is comparatively simpler, as also the State Board. Coming to the second language, which is Hindi for the CBSE and ICSE. The level of Hindi in CBSE is a little more difficult as compared to the ICSE, whereas in the State Board, Hindi has the status of the third language. And all the state boards have their respective regional language as the second language. The CBSE and ICSE and the state boards all have a wide choice of foreign languages to be introduced in the curriculum also, but then it differs from the choice made by the school. Both the CBSE and ICSE boards also offer the regional language at the 10th standard level, but they are not a compulsion. They are kept as an option, and if the child wishes, the child can opt the regional language or any modern language or foreign language as an optional subject. Now we move on to the textbooks. All the state boards have a very well defined set of books which is prescribed from standard 1 to standard 10, and it is a compulsion to all the state board schools to use the same textbooks. Whereas the CBSE and the ICSE give the liberty to the affiliated schools to use their own textbooks or not use any textbook right up to the standard 8. However, the CBSE definitely recommends that the schools use the books which are published by the NCERT. The council does not recommend any books up to standard 8. For standard 9 and 10, the CBSE has a compulsion of using the NCERT textbooks, whereas the council gives a list of suggested books from which again the school has a liberty to choose the books which they prefer to. Again, the question is which board to select for your child. Now this was the technical difference which is between the three boards. Now coming to the fundamentals of the subjects. Now that the national curriculum framework is essentially used as the base by all the three boards to prepare their respective curriculum, how different can the fundamentals be from one another? There cannot be any geometry without the Pythagoras theorem, and there cannot be any English without the figures of speech, the essays, and of course the literature part. So guys, how do you make the right choice? For making the right choice, what you need to see is how the school perceives the whole concept of education and how it implements the whole concept of education. All the boards throughout the world, regardless of the three which we are considering or even the international baccalaureate, all advocate that the system of education should be child-friendly, it should be child-centric, the teachers should be teacher facilitators, learning facilitators, and the children should enjoy the whole process of schooling. So the school which appeals to you in the sense that it gives equal importance to the personality development of the child as well as the concept clearance is the right school for your child. So guys, hope I have answered and cleared your doubts about which educational board to put your child in. If you have any further doubt, please pose your question to me. Like, share, subscribe and comment on the channel The Loving Lab. See you soon, Madhura, with the second part of your question. Till then, stay tuned. Good day.